video is no excuse for like what I did was wrong. Okay. Like, yeah, the video is out there, it stinks. And I'm answering your question because you asked me specifically.
Snax on Sportz.
I feel about the video being leaked, but the reality is.
Snax on Sportz, man. I'm back with another one. You know what I'm saying? This is Snax on Sportz. I'm your host, B-Jada Snax, man. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what the topic is. You already know what we talking about, man.
It'd be like, okay, that's what people do, But on a team, my brothers are here on those planes, you're in them hotels, you're in the locker room for 6 months. So you get to know each other.
Listening to 95.7 The Game right now, local Bay Area sports radio talk station. You know what I'm saying? The Warriors flagship station, Niners flagship station. So it's my favorite show of the day, Steiny and Guru from 12 to 3. You know what I'm saying? They talking about the Draymond Green, Jordan Poole situation. I'm finna give my little spiel, but I'm just listening in to them a little bit.
49er football, but we're also going to talk about what Draymond did to Jordan Poole and get the perspective of a professional athlete, not only a pro, one of the greatest fullbacks of all time, Lorenzo Neal. It's all brought to you by BMW Fairfield, now open in the Fairfield Auto Mall. They provide a luxurious, all-encompassing experience. To address all your BMW needs, visit bmwfairfield.com today. To book your visit, that's bmwfairfield.com. Loney.
Yo! So check it out, man. This Draymond Green situation and Jordan Poole, motherfuckers been waiting on me to give my take on this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, man, I when some shit immediately drop, sometimes I may immediately go head on and give my opinion, but a lot of times I like to wait a few days, maybe even a week before I give my spiel, because I like to know as much as I can about what's going on in that situation before I just speak on it. And when I was getting ready to speak on it, Draymond hadn't talked yet, but he came out and said something a couple of days ago, so I'm glad I didn't immediately come out and talk on Friday when I was. So first and foremost, man, is Draymond really did that. You know what I'm saying? He really took off on that young man. And you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. He was out of pocket for that. He know that. He was wrong for that. But for me, everything that I've been hearing this weekend, since the video came out and all that shit, bro, I'm sorry. It's some overreacting going on, bro. It's y'all putting too much on it, bro. Y'all just is. From fans to sports media, to even some players, man. Y'all put a little bit too much on this situation. And the reason why I say that is because, bro, fights happen in sports, my nigga. Like, this is nothing new. What happened? What's making this such a big deal, for one, because it's a video out. And it is true. Video or audio of something is going to always make it worse. It just is. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to see it versus somebody telling you, okay, this is what happened, and you kind of like envision it in your head. So that's the first thing. The videos was making it a little worse for Draymond. And also, though, it's because it's Draymond. I will be honest and say that, because we all know Draymond, he wears his emotions on his sleeve. I mean, he's a very emotional player. That's how he became the player that he is, to reach the level that he has reached. You know what I'm saying? But I think what has happened with Draymond is that it's a few things. For one, the Warriors have a little bit of culpability in this. Not culpability as far as what he did to Jordan Poole. No. He acted alone in that. But just as far as his antics over this whole championship run, it's been kind of one thing after another with Draymond. Now, most of it, to me, ain't really been a big deal. It's just Draymond being Draymond, man. And I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Green, the Warriors, we all know Steph Curry is who he is and what he is. You know what I mean? Top 10 player of all time, greatest shooter of all time, revolutionized the game and all that. Face of the league, face of the Warriors, all that. But the Warriors don't have 4 championships without Draymond Green, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm saying that to say the reason why the Warriors have put up with a lot of this is, for one, nothing like this has ever happened as far as it becoming physical between Draymond and somebody else in the franchise. Now, there's been 2 other instances where it could have or almost became physical, okay? And that's, the first one is when Draymond got into it with Steve Kerr. At halftime, at halftime of a game against the OKC Thunder in 2016, the year when we broke the record, 73-9. So we had already won a championship. And it was that game where Steph went fucking bananas. Regular season game, it was NBA Saturday night primetime game. You know what I'm saying? And it was KD's last year with OKC before he came to us. Halftime of that game, because we was down in that game, and then Steph just came with the heroics in the fourth quarter, and we ended up winning. But the halftime of that game, you know, I guess Draymond and Steve Kerr got into it. You know what I mean? To the point to where they said Draymond threatened to kill the nigga and shit. Now, that's some type of shit to where in a regular your ass is fired, brother. But see, Steve Kerr ain't no punk. Steve Kerr ain't never been no punk. He got into a fight with Michael Jordan. Okay? And he earned Michael Jordan's respect. So Steve Kerr ain't never been no punk. So Steve Kerr's like, we got into it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. They got past it. But, you know, I mean, they talk about that situation as if, like, it could have got ugly. Like, players had to hold Draymond Green back from, like, charging at Steve Kerr in the locker room at halftime and shit. So you got that situation. The second, go read up on that, or go if whoever don't know about that. The second situation is obviously the infamous KD situation. You know what I mean? When him and KD got into it when we was playing the Clippers in LA, Steph wasn't there for that game because he was hurt that one particular game or whatever. You know what I mean? Or he was hurt at that time, so I don't believe he came on that trip, so he wasn't there for that game. But yeah, you know, he got to calling Kevin Durant a bitch and all this other shit. Now, I was on Draymond's side in that particular situation. You know, I was with Draymond in that because it's like, bruh, who is you clapping at, my nigga? Clapping like, here, give me the ball. Here, like, yeah, bro, we got a certain way we do shit around here, my nigga. Who the fuck you think you is, nigga? You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, he turned up on KD, and I don't think KD expected that, or nobody expected that, but he turned up on him, and so you can kind of say he kind of went a little bit overboard with that, but you know, the team suspended him for a game and all this whole other shit or whatever. That was just because that was KD last year, and that was some kind of sucky shit that they did that, but yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. But those are the only two instances that I think we know about that it didn't become physical, but it had all the elements of possibly, you know, something that could become physical with somebody on his own damn team, whether a teammate or a coach or some shit. So, and then all the other stuff is just like him wilding out on court, going at it with the refs. You know what I mean? He had that little kicking niggas in the nuts problem, you know what I mean? You know, a few years ago. He seemed to got that under control. And just, you know, a few other things. But all of that stuff is not like, that's just, he's like the Dennis Rodman. He's like a more skilled Dennis Rodman. You know what I mean? Because Dennis Rodman was a great player, a Hall of Fame player. You know what I mean? But, you know, Draymond Green is probably a little bit, you know, more skilled than Dennis Rodman as far as like, I'm not saying Dennis Rodman couldn't score, because at one point, you know, in high school and college, he didn't play a lot of high school ball, but I know in college he did score. But he found his niche and his role in the NBA, and you know, he mastered the fuck out of it. You know what I mean? Draymond is a little bit more well-rounded all around as far as like, he don't shoot the ball particularly well and stuff like that, but he will, you know, give you some points, you know, every here and there, you know what I mean, to where, you know what I mean, don't be surprised if you look up, you know, on one particular game and Draymond got 12, 13, 14 points, to where Dennis Rodman would never give you 12 or 13, 14 points. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he never did it in the game. I'm just saying on a regular. You know what I mean? It wasn't the norm. You know what I'm saying? It's more of now. Draymond got to have a lot of 6-point games, 7-point games, and stuff like that. But it's not out of the ordinary for you know, to see, you know, Draymond have 12 or 13 points or something. You know what I mean? So a little bit more well-rounded, you know what I mean, passing and stuff like that. But I'm saying as far as the antics, you know what I mean, he's kind of like a more skilled Dennis Rodman. So all of the shit he do on the court is just what come along with him being him, and just the type of player that he is, and what makes him him. You know what I'm saying? Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, you know, all the players have all said we want and need for Draymond to keep that. That's what makes him him. That's what makes him that dog. But at the same time, that same element is what caused this situation. So I think what's happening to Draymond is he and that's why I say the culpability thing, you know what I mean, with the work. It's not their fault. I just mean, maybe when that Steve Kerr situation happened, if they would have just, hey, nip that shit in the bud right there and let it be known, check this out, player, that right there, that's not, we ain't doing that, bro. That's not what we doing. You know what I mean? We ain't vicing up at the coach and all that, bro, and acting like we want to beat up the coach and threatening to kill the coach and all that shit, bro. Like you that's That's borderline psychotic shit, brother. Because it's not that serious, my nigga. We just playing basketball, dog. But at the same time, it's what I'm telling y'all. This shit get competitive. These is competitors, bro. At the highest level. These are professional athletes. This shit get heated. Period. Point blank. Get heated with you niggas when y'all on the court playing with y'all friends playing for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So what you think is gonna happen when you got these niggas that, you know what I mean, this their livelihood. Like, but Draymond just has to get he's gotten to a point where he's out of control. You know what I mean? And I've been backing Draymond, and I've been where Draymond started to lose me. It's all of the buddy shit with LeBron. I'm sorry, I understand that, and you know that's their fraternity, and you know players aren't going to feel about one another how fans feel about opposing players, or you know, or nemesis of the team we root for or whatever. Like, I understand that, but I mean, damn, my nigga. I mean, it seemed like it went a little overboard between like with Draymond and LeBron as far as like all of the love and adulation and all of the. I mean, it's damn near you know what I mean, nut hugging. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near dick riding. Like, I mean, what the fuck going on, my nigga? You do know you got an all-time player on your damn team too, right? And Steph Curry. Yeah. So, but that's where Draymond starts to lose me. But outside of that, man, I always fuck with LeBron, but I don't give a fuck. Warriors fans, we fuck with you, Draymond, and stuff, but we don't like that LeBron shit. That's just what it is. We ain't feeling that shit right there. You know what I'm saying? I know what was all that's still, just as far as like, just as far as the sports perspective on it. We don't give a fuck if y'all niggas is friends in real life and this and that, blah, blah. But I mean, damn, nigga, we don't want to just see it like that, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the point to where you just like you damn near want to play with the nigga or something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I've always defended Draymond and been on his side, you know what I mean, with a lot of the shit that others have condemned him about, that I feel like just ain't that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but with this one right here, Draymond is definitely out of line. Okay. He's definitely out of pocket. Okay. And yeah, you know what I mean? Ain't really no defending this, but I'm just giving my spiel on why I do feel like y'all going a little bit overboard. You know what I mean? With the overreaction to this situation. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I do feel like it's some real overreaction to this situation. And but yeah, he's a little bit out of control now, you know what I'm saying? And the Warriors are not to blame, but maybe a little bit of accountability, you know, with those first one or two situations. I know they tried to do it with the KD situation when they suspended him that one time or whatever. I mean, they suspended him for a game or whatever. That suspension shit, that shit, that don't do nothing, bro. That's nothing, bro. That's why I'm glad that they're not suspending him even for this shit. And I know one will say, "Oh, how can you say that? You know what I mean? He snuffed the nigga, punched the nigga in his face and all that other shit." But bro, at this point, suspending ain't doing nothing. It's about show improve now. That's where we at with Draymond. That's where the Warriors organization is at with Draymond. Suspending and fining and all that other shit. That's not doing nothing. It's about, okay, from here going forward, it ain't about talking, it ain't about what you're saying. It's about showing and proving that you are not going to do things to be a detriment to the team. You know what I'm saying? You know, because it's self-inflicted. You know what I mean? They already blamed the nigga for the 2016 when we lost. You know what I mean? For getting suspended for that. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, they could fuck around and say that again. Something happened this year and we don't win it. Well, it's because of what happened at the beginning of the year, and they already trying to damn near blame the nigga for KD leaving. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what I mean? I never thought KD was gonna stay here long term. You know what I'm saying? But did that little situation and altercation that they had, that couldn't help. It definitely couldn't help. But with this though, man, yeah, Draymond he's at a point to where, you know, he got to get his ego in check. Because, you know, Draymond feels like I heard Shannon Sharp say this. Draymond he feels like he's the gatekeeper of the Warriors culture, and even like the gatekeeper for the NBA. I mean, nigga feel like he got to have an opinion on everything that happens in the league. Like, it's, you know, and it's like bro, like, you not, the NBA been here before you, and it's gonna be here after you, brother. Yeah, you've had some success throughout your career. You won some championships, and you're a Hall of Fame player. You know what I'm saying? But you know, he kind of strut around a lot, like as if he's LeBron James or Steph Curry or Kevin Durant. And he's a very good player. He's contributed to championships. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's you know, he feel like he's the gatekeeper. You know what I mean? So it's like he was feeling like, I gotta put Jordan Poole in check. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I mean. He getting out of you know, he feeling himself a little bit too much or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's my responsibility to reel him back in and put him in check. But he just went overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, because a lot of it is, you know, they know how Draymond is, so shit has been allowed. But nobody thought he would have did something like that. I think he don't even think that, you know what I'm saying, he was gonna do something like that. He just blacked out. He just lost it now. And that's part of the reason why I'm saying that this is an overreaction, bro. You know what I'm saying, to what's going on. Because for one, it was wrong what he did. He shouldn't have did it. But he blacked out. He blacked out in the moment. You know what I'm saying? He blacked out in the moment, and he lost it. Okay. What was I getting ready to say? But it's definitely an overreaction, because these type of things happen all the time, bro. When especially men at the highest level of competition, competing in sport, like, it's testosterone, it's egos, it's like, it's everything is high. It's trash talking, you know. Sometimes these things happen. So basically, so yeah, man, Draymond blacked out. This is a total overreaction, though, because this happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? This happens all the time. I mean, in football, in the NFL, they be doing these joint practices and shit. Every year, these niggas is fighting. You know what I mean? And you know, in a joint practice or some shit like that, bro. Like, the thing that's making this worse is the video got out. That's what's making it worse. But this happens, bro. So to me, it's being blown out of proportion because this is not unnormal. You know what I'm saying? Now, you're not supposed to never go at your teammate like that. You know what I'm saying? You should never go at your teammate like that. Or your homie for that matter. You know what I'm saying? But I'm sorry. It's even like y'all have never got into a fight with one of your homies and you cool afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all still cool afterwards, or y'all may even grow a little bit more respect for one another. You know what I'm saying? Now, yeah, granted, sometimes, you know what I mean, a lot of times you have a fight with somebody and you like, fuck that nigga. It's on every time I see that nigga. Or we had a fight, we don't fuck with each other, so fuck that nigga. But I'm saying, bro, like, y'all, now, from Jordan Poole's perspective, okay, it's all about how, you know, how he wants to handle this and react to it. You know what I'm saying? Because he got snuffed. And, I mean, Draymond didn't, like, knock him out cold or nothing like that. But he did kind of, you know, buckle his knees a little bit. Because it wasn't expected. That's the reason. That's why. And that's what makes it more, you know what I'm saying? And another, that's what makes it more, you know, more you know, look more worse. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I will say too is that I'm sorry, I do feel like people are making Jordan Poole the victim too much. Like they victimizing him too much, treating him like he a kid or like a baby or something like that in this situation. You know what I'm saying? And although, yeah, what happened to him shouldn't have happened, I know for a fact that Jordan Poole doesn't want to be victimized. Don't no real man want to be victimized in this type of situation or have people feel sorry for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you to feel sorry for me. Shit happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? It happens. You know what I'm saying? Speaking personally, me personally, you know what I'm saying? I done punched niggas in the face before. I done been punched in the face before. You feel me? I never been knocked out before, ever. I ain't never been knocked out cold. You know what I'm saying? But I've been punched in the face before. You know what I'm saying? And I done punched a nigga in the face before. So, you know what I'm saying? In any situation that I'm like, I don't want a motherfucker feeling sorry for me. You know what I'm saying? Cause that, you know, I don't give a fuck even if I got my ass beat, even if, you know, even if a nigga took off on me or not. I don't need that. Yeah, it's good. You know what I mean? Shit happens. So I know for a fact Jordan Poole, he don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, another thing is because like Draymond didn't punk Jordan Poole. He didn't punk that nigga. That's the reason why it went up to where it went up to, because nigga Jordan Poole wasn't backing down from Draymond. You see what I'm saying? Like, he didn't Draymond did not punk Jordan Poole. Like, Jordan Poole didn't, you know, it wasn't like they was going, you know, like Draymond said something to him and then Jordan Poole went and crawl up under a rock and cowered and cried like a little bitch. Nah, nigga, he was barking back. You know what I'm saying? He was barking back. And when Draymond Green walked up on him and invaded his airspace, he did what any nigga would do. He pushed him apart. I'm like, bro, back, what the fuck is you doing? Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't expect that reaction. Now, there's one thing I will say. You get some people saying, well, when you push somebody, you know what I'm saying? He did push him, which is technically he put his hands on him. So that's kind of like the out that some people are giving Draymond. I would say that is true. That is true. But I would say that's more true for like on the streets though. Like if somebody walk up on you and they in your face, you know what I mean? That's already right there is saying that it's up. You know what I'm saying? If they like in your, within arm reach of you, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They that's they already telling you, you know what I mean? It's up. So when you push a nigga off you, you do gotta expect maybe you don't expect for a nigga to just haul off and fire on you, you know what I mean, and steal on you. But when you extend your hands and push a nigga, you gotta like at least get ready and embrace for some type of pushback. You know what I'm saying? But that's on the street level, okay? And you can just say on any level, you know what I mean? Even if you're in practice with a teammate or whatever. But at the same time, bro, what's in Jordan Poole's favor is that. Because the motherfuckers say, man, you always got to keep your guards up and this and that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you always got to keep your guards up. But I'm sorry. In a practice, you not thinking that your teammate is just going to steal on you like that and snuff you like that. I'm sorry. You not, if you even go back and look at the video, you know what I'm saying? When he pushed him, he kind of like pushed him kind of like turned away a little bit, like you know what I mean? He wasn't even like looking at him like nigga, what, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of like pushed him like and then kind of like turned away, like he didn't expect for that to happen. So that's the reason why his guards are down. You ain't thinking that this nigga finna just haul off and take off on you like that, because you like we just back and forth shit talking in practice. Yeah, it might get a little heated, you know what I'm saying? But this nigga ain't gonna just haul off and Mike Tyson me. And that's what Draymond did, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I still don't feel like Draymond connected. He connected, you can see it on the video, but I don't know. I feel like if he would have really, really connected how he could have connected, I think he would have fully knocked him out and could have really hurt him and did some damage. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, Jordan Poole did, kind of like buckle his knees a little bit and fall somewhat, but he didn't like knock him out. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't like knocked out cold or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's an overall just a bad look, just because like, I mean, we just won a championship, the season getting ready to start. You know what I mean? We finna have ring night, you know what I mean? So it just put the team in a bad spot, just as far as like having to deal with this, you know what I mean? It's more of that than actually what actually happened. And the fact that the video got out, that's a whole nother thing. Like, and that's the reason why you hear a lot of NBA players and just a lot of professional athletes and just athletes in general. I'm a former athlete. You know what I'm saying? Bro, these things do happen on teams. You know what I'm saying? teammates. It can happen between friends. It can happen between family members. I mean, these things do happen. You know what I'm saying? These things do happen. So, man, I'm trying to find some shade because where I was sitting at, the sun is just beaming, bruh. But ain't no motherfucker. But these things do happen, bro. You know what I mean? And all of the talk about that, you know. But yeah, I wanted to say that I feel like Draymond didn't punk Jordan Poole. You know what I'm saying? And for me, another thing about that is now I've heard a few takes from a few motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Saying a few things about Draymond. Cause see, this is the thing, and this is the thing with Draymond. See, Draymond talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's a talker. So he do a lot of talking, okay? And he do a lot of talking about new media and trying to hold other niggas accountable for this and for that and all that type of shit, right? And it's like, I heard somebody that I'm totally not fond of, but say something that I feel like is a truth, and that's Nick Wright. Nick Wright, you know what I'm saying? Nick Wright of FS1, known for holding LeBron James jock strap every damn day. That's what the fuck he known for. You know what I'm saying? But he did say something, because I'm type of nigga where I'm an honest man. Like, even if it's a nigga that I don't particularly like or whatever, or like they on-air personality or whatever, just because I don't like that person or I don't agree with a lot of the things that they say, does not mean that when they say something I do agree with, that I'm not going to acknowledge that, or I'm going to act like I don't agree with some shit that they said that I do agree with because I don't like them or I don't agree with them. I'm not that type of person. So Nick Wright says some shit that I feel like when it comes to Draymond, it's just the absolute truth, bro. And I want to see if I can play that real quick. I don't know if I'll be able to because I'm about to hut troll, but I don't know if this Wi-Fi gone. It's probably not gonna play. Let me see. I might be able to though by doing this. Hold on.